The Last Day, a story of the apocalypse. They say that when the first thunder echoes without clouds in the sky, it will be the sign that the end has begun. It was dawn when Clara woke up, startled. A rumble shook the walls of her small house. She looked out the window. There was no storm, no lightning. But the sky pulsed in shades of red and purple like fabric torn by fire. On the horizon, columns of smoke rose like black fingers pointing to infinity. The whole world seemed to hold its breath. The cities fell silent. Animals emerged from their hiding places, feeling the earth tremble beneath their paws. Clara was no one of great importance. She was a teacher in a small-town school. She had faith, but did not fully understand it. It had been years since she had opened a Bible, but in that moment she remembered a verse. "And it shall come to pass afterward, that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh." Joel 2:28. She stepped outside. In the street, neighbors knelt, children wept, old people whispered prayers. In the sky, a blaze opened like a rift. A trumpet sounded. It was not the sound of man, not the music of metal. It was a sound that pierced bones and hearts, bringing to light everything that was hidden. Men hardened by power threw themselves to the ground. Beggars raised their arms, mothers clutched their children to their chests. The great book was opening before everyone. The sun darkened, the moon turned to blood. Stars fell like torches onto forests and seas. The sea rose in black waves, swallowing entire cities. And among the thunder, voices of angels echoed, "The Lamb is coming." Clara saw an angel. It was not as she had imagined. It did not have a human face, but many eyes, many wings, as if it were made of wind, light, and thunder. It did not speak in words, but Clara understood. The apocalypse was not the end, and it was the beginning of truth. And in that hour, crowds ran to churches, temples, caves, trying to hide. But there was nowhere to hide from one's own conscience, because on that day every heart would be weighed. Every lie, every betrayal, every forgotten tear would be revealed. The ground trembled, graves opened. Voices from past ages sang together. And those who listened felt a mix of terror and relief, for the king was coming. Clara knelt on the asphalt. Tears burned her face like purifying fire. Around her, others did the same. No one was rich, no one was poor. No one was strong, no one was weak. All stood naked before something greater than all. And then, in the midst of the smoke and flames, a voice whispered in everyone's chest, "Do not fear. Behold, I make all things new." And from the fire a garden sprouted. Trees rose among ruins. Flowers covered the rubble. Clean rivers ran over cracked streets. The apocalypse tore the old world to stitch together a new one. Without hunger, without war, without lies. In the silence that followed, Clara understood. The apocalypse was not just destruction, and it was revelation. It revealed who was who, what love was, what justice was. It revealed that every knee would bow, not out of fear, but to recognize the greatness of the eternal. And so when the last trumpet sounded, Clara smiled among the ashes, for now she knew it was not the end, but the beginning of everything worth living for. If this story touched your heart, subscribe to the channel, leave your like and share it so more people can hear this message. Until the next video, may peace be with you.